Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for this video, I want to talk about the power of letting go. Now, we're stepping into a whole new year, and we have to prepare mentally, emotionally, and physically, because we're about to step into a new dimension, the fifth dimension. So we have to continue to be evolved and vibrate and stay at a very high frequency, because if we don't, we're gonna get left behind. Now, we're gonna get left behind because we're going to continue to be in the same cycles. It's time to break any toxic soul tie, harmful cycle that you're carrying in your life, in your mind. Just let it go, give it to God. God knows exactly how he's going to work with all those people who hurt you and counted you out and made you feel inadequate and inferior. During this time, we have to practice forgiveness. Understand that it wasn't personal the way that people treated you. It wasn't anything that was meant to be taken as you were the problem. Now understand that those people who hurt you and who spoke ill intentions and who were plotting and scheming on your downfall and trying to hurt you, they were only part of your path. They were meant to teach you lessons. And each person, we have to be grateful. No matter how negative and hurtful the situation was, they helped us to evolve, to get to this point where we're at in our life. So, it doesn't mean we have to reconnect with those people who hurt us and who will continue to hurt us because they're stuck in their karma cycles of continuously hurting and being abusive towards people. It doesn't mean we have to go back and form a new relationship with them. No, it means that we can forgive them. We can let go of the anger and the bitterness that it's affecting us mostly by their bad actions, and forgiving ourselves as well for not knowing better, and forgiving ourselves for allowing a person to hurt us the way that they hurt us. And now that we know better and we know what to look out for, the red flags in other people, the confusion, the heartache, the pain that people cause into your life, release all of that. Understand that God wants you to go into this new journey with a clear vision, and not with the old lens of pain and misery. I completely understand how people have hurt you and have caused you to have trust issues and have your guard up, but you can't continue to have your guard up because you're going to miss your blessings, and you have to use your power of discernment. God is going to send the right people into your life in the next year, loving people who actually care about you and who are going to show you why the wait was so worth it and why all the sacrifice that you made was not out of vain, and it was for a higher purpose. It was for God's calling. God needed you to go through those dark times and those times where you felt like it was just too much for you. God wanted you to be made under pressure. You were like a diamond. God was just forming you, and then next season you're going to shine. You're shining right now. Everything you went through was meant for your evolution and your spiritual awakening. And now that you're at this higher level, don't allow anyone to try to bring you down. So be very selective with who you're investing your energy and time with during this time. It's not selfishness. It's now you have to move differently because now you know that your purpose is meant to be taken seriously. God needs you to let go, because if you don't let go, you're going to stay behind and you're not going to be able to progress and continue to grow and get to where you're going. Now, you're not also in control of how people will behave and act towards you. You're in control of yourself. Stand in your power. Stay in your truth. Don't let anyone distort who you are or make you feel and make you question your worth. Now that you finally were able to see people for who they are, God gave you the power of discernment now to actually see everything clear. You need to actually believe it and not second guess yourself and think maybe this time they'll change. Understand that it's not your responsibility to take people where you're going. And you shouldn't feel bad because they had the chance to grow with you. Remember that you were helping them to continue to work on themselves and continue to heal. But they made the decision and the choice to stay in their misery and stay in their negativity. So it's not up to you anymore. It's in God's hands now. But God needs you to really let go and move forward, because nothing in the back is destined for you. Whatever you got going forward is where you need to be focused on the most. The past is the past now. You can't do anything about it. You can't change it. And you can't fix it. What you have to do is focus on now what you have in the present. God is cleaning your slate. He's going to take all that pain and sorrow away. Ask God to get rid of those negative thoughts, those ill intentions over the people who hurt you. Ask God to give you the heart of forgiveness, because God forgives your sins each and every day that you sin. Remember, we're all imperfect human beings. We're all flawed. We all fall short with being righteous. So we have to be able to forgive so that God can also be able to forgive us, because God needs us to love our enemies, but we can love them at a distance. But we don't have to harbor and hold on to the hate, because it's only affecting us in the long term, and it's not going to allow us to ever become our highest selves. Our higher selves is going to limit us. But we have to have this mind of now, just a mind of gratitude, peace, and love. Don't fill your mind with unnecessary scenarios and unnecessary problems. So make sure that you're at peace with people now. It's not your responsibility anymore to teach them a lesson. You already taught them a lesson, and that lesson was them having access to you, the chosen one who gives, and it's a giver, and loving, and has pure intentions, and loves people, and tries to do their best to help other people. Now it's your time to make sure that your headspace is strong and resilient, because you can't be holding on to the old patterns, the toxicity, the old programming of the matrix. Let go of it, because if you're attached to that, then that means that you're not going to be able to break out of that matrix. It still has a hold onto you. You're not fully free until you finally realize that the low vibrational people are not meant to go to where you're going. They have a lot more work to do within themselves. You've already done the work, you've already sacrificed, and you felt your pain and you were able to feel everything. But now this is a time to actually start living and actually start to enjoy your blessings and all the seeds that you reaped in people's lives, the love, the care, and everything you put into people's lives, none of it went unnoticed. That's why God is going to bless you in this new year, because of how true you stayed to your authentic self and your individuality. You didn't allow the world to take your essence and harden your heart. In fact, it made you even more compassionate and empathetic, because just because someone hurt you and didn't appreciate you, it doesn't mean that every other person is going to do the same thing. And that's where our distorted views come in, is that we believe that since I've been through so much betrayal and disappointment, I can expect this person to also hurt me. We're bound to get hurt. It's part of trusting people. But now what we have to do is we have to see people for who they are and quickly decide if they're worth the wait or if they're not, because you need people who are like-minded to you and who actually have a vision just like you. You're an ego, and even if you have to fly alone, it's okay, because as an empath, we just don't fit in to this world. We carry way too much love and care, and sadly, people don't appreciate, and they feel entitled, and they feel selfish, as if they're entitled to us. But as a chosen one, this is our year to tell them that they ruined their opportunity because of the way that they treated us, which was very unfair, and it was an injustice. But don't worry, because God noticed, and he saw everything that was done to you. And he knows your heart. He knows that you wanted to do the best for others, and you came from a good place. So it doesn't matter what these world people think about you and say about you. They know that they did wrong, but now they want to try to make you feel like you were the one who caused them to mess up with you, when they took the matters into their own hands and they decided to mishandle you and treat you like you were just a nobody and unimportant, and they left you during your difficult times. Now, don't forget the same people who said that they were going to be there for you and support you, but they ended up leaving you and neglecting you and telling you to be strong and that you got this and that you'll be able to figure out. Do not allow them into your next season of blessing. You're a new person now. You're not the old person that they once knew, that old person that would countlessly forgive and allow them to continue to harm you and hurt you and mistreat you and abuse you. This new you is going to have people actually pay the price to be in your life. They're going to have to prove themselves to you now. And you're not going to have to beg anybody. Never beg any relationship to work. Let everything flow now. Whatever is meant to be will be. And you have to have the mentality that it is what it is. You can't change. You can't force someone to love you. You can't force someone to see your worth. They don't see it because they don't have the ability to see your worth. But don't let them determine your worth. Continue to see yourself through the eyes of God, because God is the one who brought you into this earth, and he knows how valuable you are to him, especially because he knows that he's working through you every day, building your character, building your destiny. So don't lose sight of what's what's important in your life. And I really hope this message helped, and continue to be yourselves. Continue to stay true to who you are, and continue to share that beautiful light with the world. Bye.